episode through Knowledge Radio, place where knowledge is born. This is your host, Knowledge Born a Lot. We got a new series that we starting live at 5 every Tuesday right here. We got Boss Talk series with Harlem's own. You understand what I'm saying? The young elder in the building, BossedUp Staxx. Peace, King. How
Yeah,
you?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
Right. That's what's up, man. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you a part of this thing right here, this movement towards black positivity. You see what I'm saying? And giving opportunities to folks in their life, to share their story. You know what I mean? Like you shared yours with us. Um, and it was very redemptive, very empowering. So I was like, yo, we need that. You know what I'm saying? We said, yo, we need to do this boss talk. So, we here. You know what I'm saying? Getting this boss talk. We're about to get this work, man. You understand what I'm saying? So let them know, some of the things you got planned.
Um, well, pretty much. Why this joint just muted?
That's me,
Oh,
not you.
okay, okay.
My children
Well,
need
pretty much, man. We gonna get on. We gonna both talk about the roots of many problems in our situations as African American people. Um, I like to get to the root of the problem. If you could get to the roots of the problem, then you know how to stop it. So that's every week what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to build and we're gonna try to have a different guest on that can share something that is uplifting and powerful that would um open up the ears and help people recognize um the different situations that we face.
So we got a guest in the building. You know what I'm saying? Let's introduce this guest right now.
Hey, everybody. Hi, brother.
To
Peace.
introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, guys. I'm Latay Guns. I'm a female R&B artist. I rap Asian. I'm from the Bronx, New York. What's going on?
BX is building.
Get them X's up. You understand?
What's up, guys? What's going on?
We Boston talk. We Boston talk. You understand? Let's talk about you. You understand? Let's talk about you. All
Well,
eyes on you.
I'm an up and coming artist from the Bronx, New York. I've been singing since the age of 5, choirs in church, in school. Wherever I could shine and sing, I was there doing it. I write my own music, and I have a following of people that other people that I'm trying to start collabing with as well on my album. That's
All
right.
right.
What's your album about?
Well, my EP's coming out is going to be called One in Charge. One in Charge. I named the One in Charge for the simple fact is, as a black female, um, growing up in the Bronx, I had a lot of people trying to tell me what to do. I didn't get to do things my way. So now my album, I feel people could relate. I'm the one in charge. I'm the one in charge of my life. I'm gonna do things my way. That's what my song is. One in Charge is definitely about doing things my way, figuring out life, going about how my daily routine, the way I would do it, and not living, or should I say, allowing anybody else to dictate my movements. So that's my single on my EP, One in Charge. My album called Love. And I mean, who haven't been through experience where they were in love, they were hurt. If you don't hurt, you don't know how to love. Love and hurt. So the two can
It sound like she breaking up. I don't know if it's mine or what.
It might be
I
us.
guys
So you said that you go to that you've been going to church for a while, right?
I was born and raised in the church.
Should we be expecting to hear some gospel on this EP?
I'm like the flip people on the side. I'm working on I'm writing a gospel album, actually. I might have my own EP. I got my own testimonies. I don't want to push
Okay,
everything.
that's what's up.
So what's your goal for what you're doing? What kind of message are you looking to impart to the people out there?
Well, I'm not trying to be a role model for no kids, like nobody else kids. You know? I'm being honest. It's a life. Like that's the life I was living. So right now my EP is that's what it is. That's where it's at. It's hood life. You understand? I used to be in the streets. I used to be running around selling drugs. People to hang out with. That's what the EP is about. Hood life. So no, I'm not trying to be a role model because I do not tell any kid, anybody to go and live a hood life. But you know, I chose to live that life. So I'm break down the real life effects of what's going on in the hood, break down the kids and let them know everybody ain't front in the hood. No matter how it's going on. Basically, the streets don't love nobody. They can chew you up and chat back out. That's it. So these kids like to listen to music, so I think okay, get the message, get the message to them by doing music.
Do you feel like um growing up in the Bronx um plays a major role in why you feel like you shouldn't try to be a model to these young people?
No. The reason why I say I'm not trying to be a role model, for one, I'm not perfect. You understand? I'm not perfect. And I don't everything I do is not child friendly. It's not for children. It's not for children. Sometimes it's X-rated. Sometimes things that come out of my mouth is X-rated. It's not for children all the time. So no, I don't think being born and raised, no matter where you go, it's ghetto in every hood. No matter where you come from. Just for me, I just don't. I did right now at this point in time. No, I'm not trying to be a role model. But the adults, us as adults, we allowed to laugh. The whole lost generation out here. So I need to talk to us, my age bracket and older, and we get it together. You understand? We try to figure it out for this next generation that's behind us. We gotta fix us first.
They say it's rude to ask a woman her age. What is your age bracket?
Oh, I'm 36, going on 37. I don't have a problem with my age.
Oh, okay. I look gold.
I do.
Let them know. Let them know. Let them know. Tell them they still carding you everywhere you go. They still can I see your ID?
Right, you're right. I got ID card the other day, brother.
Black don't crack. You understand? Tell them black don't crack.
Do you have any questions for the host?
Oh yeah, definitely. I would like to definitely know what is your broadcasting regards to what is the radio station? I mean, my brother did Staxx did tell me I'm online with you, so you could tell me.
I ain't the host, boss. This is
I know. I'm talking to him.
That's
not you.
Oh, so your question is for me?
Yeah, no, my question is for Knowledge Born. I said I would like to know what his radio show is about. I said you told to me about it, but I said now I can hear it from him. This is
a black only broadcast. It's for our people. All them other people on the planet, they could go someplace else and sit with their people, and they can talk about your culture. This is for our people, for our culture, for the gifts and the talents and the strength and the skills that we possess, and we celebrate them daily. You see what I'm saying? So, and Sean Price wife was on here earlier.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So we reach out to our people, we reach out to our elders, our youth, we honor our ancestors here.
It's echoing.
Yeah, I don't know who got that echo going on.
No, mine's not echoing.
I hear it though.
All right, I hear. That's better.
Yeah, so I mean, we work with our people indiscriminate to their uh, political or religious affiliation. We got Christians, we got Muslims, we got Hebrews, we got Nubians, we got Moors, we got atheists. You understand? Whatever. That's what you do. Whatever you do is what you do. But if what you're doing is beneficial to our people, you got a place here. You see what I'm saying? If it's not,
Oh,
we don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
that,
Facts.
that's
Okay.
good.
Anything else?
No, but I thank you guys for having me on the show.
I mean, listen, man. He just told you the long story short. This is a platform. It's kind of like Fubu, right? It's for us, by us, right? So, um, like I'm a man that I'm pro-black, and I like to invest in different things of the sort. At the same time, I had to figure out a way to get you on the show.
I
So
fell asleep last week. I told you.
every Tuesday, right? Every Tuesday at 5 o'clock, I'm gonna be the host of Boss Talk.
Okay.
It's gonna be my segment where I talk about bossing up and how to level up or whatever.
Right.
And I'm gonna try my best to have a guest each and every Tuesday where we can
Somebody
figure
got their
out
YouTube
what
on
the
or something?
problem is and how to solve that problem.
Right.
Me personally, I don't have a problem supporting, but it has to be a deep investment than just supporting.
Right.
So getting you on the show meant a lot to me because I figured if people got to know the one in charge, they would know how to um they would actually know what your standpoint is when you speak in your music. So when you say you the one in charge, it's like I'm my own best investment. Like, right? Like you said, you've had people that try to tell you how to do it their way, but their way didn't work for you or whatever. So, generally, if a person wasn't, if a person was just to listen to your music without knowing the background of why you feel so adamant in your songs to mention being the one in charge or to name your album or EP the one in charge or whatnot, they wouldn't know what the message that you was trying to deliver. Hearing it from the horse's mouth is imperative. So like I said, it was important for me to have you here because it give you the opportunity to speak for yourself. Both of y'all, okay.
No, I'm listening to you. I said, yeah.
Yeah, it just muted, so I was trying to figure it out.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I
no,
was
I
trying
know.
to see
But
this
yeah, definitely,
echo.
I'm definitely, want them to understand where I'm coming from because, so I know you not one in charge is because saying I'm in control of me.
Only in the Bronx.
Harlem, there's this. Yeah.
Yeah.
When the EP coming out? Boss, you hear me?
I can hear you.
That my life. I'm in charge of myself. I'm in charge of my life. I'm in charge of the decision, the things that I'm doing. You understand? So that's what I'm be trying to basically get people, black people, us as a people, to know that we in charge. For too long, like our ancestors, people, you know what I'm saying, trying to rule and tell us what to do. You understand? Like we gotta stand up and take charge of ourselves and you know what I'm saying, and do for us the way we want to do it. Because everybody way, what works for you might not work for me. What works for me might not work for either one of you. You understand?
Do
So
you agree
one in
with
charge,
this?
that's what it means. One in charge. I'm in charge of me. I'm
Do
taking the
you agree with
control.
this? Do you agree that um do you agree with you got to know your history? You got to know your history to know your future? Huh? Miss Gunn, Miss Late Gunn, you can hear me? Her joint muted. She probably can hear me, but it's muted.
Yeah.
She muted it or you?
No, she did.
Oh, okay.
If you talk, I don't know. Maybe she needs to go out and come back in because she got an echo, and from what I heard, it was breaking up real bad. That's what they telling me too. The streets is talking out here, boss.
Oh, they get here.
Yeah, they could hear. They could hear her breaking up too, though.
Ask the people. Do they agree that you got to know the only way you can know your future if you know your history? See if they respond to that.
Yeah, like I joined this froze right now.
Yeah.
She about to come back in. They say yes.
They say yes. So right,
Yep.
it's the reason I asked that is because us as a people, right, we've stirred away from something that I find to be significant in so many different ways, right? During the slavery time, all through slavery, uh, us as black people were getting married, right? We were getting married, we was jumping the broom, and um, this went on for so long, up until let's say the 70s, right? Right after Martin Luther King had died, we kind of stirred away from that so much that um, it's kind of unrealistic for a young black man to see marriage as something that's in his near future, um, or a young black woman to see herself being a wife, right? Um, and it's based on the fact that we've kind of stirred away from continuing in this behavior of teaching the importance of marriage. Because I'm a man that believes in the Bible, I use the Bible as a reference in a lot of the things that I speak about. So in the Bible, it says, a man that finds a wife finds a good thing before the face of God. The woman that is ordained to your life is a gift from God. Um, so the significance in that has a lot to do with us overall, generally, right? Like just losing our way. There's it's so many limitations that we have placed ourselves in and become a part of because of not knowing our history and only knowing the history that they allow us to know, or not looking doing the research to learn the history and embracing the history that they teach us. You got to chime in. You muted.
I told you my children in here wilding, so I'm trying to make sure that it's clear. We already had some technical difficulties. You understand? I'm letting you get busy. You understand? This is bossed up stacks, man. They give them that work. You understand? They hear me talking all the time. You know what I mean? So
Nah, but
they be
I
glad
like
to see somebody
see
else.
because you could see what they saying. I need to know the feedback because the only way the only way the only way Sensei know that he's doing a good job is if the Karate Kid is actually throwing them kicks. I need I need to know.
which Karate Kid you talking about?
Listen, man, I'm not talking about the little white boy, man. I'm talking about little Jaden Smith, man.
Jay, Little Jay, you want to talk about Ralph Macchio?
Yeah, like,
They did a spinoff on that. I seen it on YouTube Red. They had the Cobra Kai gym. You know what I'm saying? They had the dude that was the dude Johnny who got beat at the first part, and he came
hmm
back in and reopened the gym, and they made him look like a good guy, and they made the dude Ralph Macchio look like a bad guy in the joint. It was crazy. And the one dude who actually taught them that was in that movie back in the day, he came at the end of the season or something. I seen that. So that was wild. I think like Jackie Chan's version with Lil Jaden was different because he really had a background in the culture. You
right,
know, he really practiced kung fu. Like Pat Morita ain't practiced no kung fu. You know what I'm saying? like
right.
he just was an actor. You see what I'm saying? So you really get somebody that was out there that really practiced the craft and could give you like the other science to it. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a martial science and it's a martial art. You see what I'm saying? So there's an art form that exists to it, and there's a science that exists to it. So when we look at it culturally from our perspective and our lens, we see the art and the science that exists. The movements look artful, but they're deadly. You see what I'm saying? Like the science. So when they collide together, you have something right there. So it's kind of transformative. So you see the way that the interaction between the two cultures, they collided. You see what I'm saying? So when he explained to him different than when uh that the Karate Kid series, while he was painting the fences and all that other stuff, he started with something simple. The thing that he recognized that he wasn't doing, pick up your jacket. You understand what I'm saying? Like he can't. He
Right.
started right there. He didn't do nothing else. He was like, pick up your jacket, hang it up. You see what I'm saying? Then when he came home that one day and he picked up his jacket and put that jacket on the thing, the mother was looking like, where the fuck he been? You understand what I'm saying? Because he used
Right.
to come in, he always talk about pick up your jacket, and that's where it is. You see what I'm saying? So being able to meet people where they are and then make the impact right there, like literally right there, starting where you are. Like, okay, this is what you see, and then when he explained everything to him, he was like, Kung Fu is in everything we do, even the way we pick up our jacket. You see what I'm saying? So he
Right.
made him smile at the end. He had him doing that over and over for hours. He had him out there doing it, preparing his body and his imagination for what's about to happen. So we look at repetition, we look at this space mastery, all of these steps. So if we're working, we got to be just as people as patient and as humble as the people that we working with. You see what I'm saying? He was out there in the rain. He had the damn umbrella over his head. You understand? Pick up that jacket. 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 You see
It
what I'm saying?
becomes habitual to the
Right.
point where he's able to identify with it in such a way that it can be used. Um, that's why they have that. I don't, yo, you know what's funny? I don't believe in cliches, right? So
Yeah.
I just believe certain things when it becomes practical, like people will see it. So, but this they got this cliche that say, um, if you don't if you don't use it, you'll lose it,
Right.
right? And even though I beg to differ, I understand. what they really trying to say. Um, but for the medicinal purpose um of the of what you were speaking of with the jacket thing or whatever, it became so practical that it taught him, oh, duck, hands
Right.
up, right?
Right.
All of these different things that is necessary in his application, right? It became practical, then applicable
Right.
for whatever the purpose was in that particular season. Um, it's scary, man. It's scary. We are in the we in a place of turmoil right now because of what we don't know or what we're afraid to find out. So fear is the thing that stops us from conquering being the best us possible. Um, I held a lot of conversations this week with different people that want to start branding and taking opportunities to be self-made. Um, and it made me laugh because I was like, I'm holding these conversations and I'm like, everything starts out in the mind. Even fear
For sure.
starts out in the mind, right? Like it's a mind thing, right? And a lot of them fear without saying it. Like, yo, what if is the fear? If you is once you question yourself, that shows a certain level of fear. Um, so it's crazy to me because I'm like, I'm listening to it and it's like, what if nobody likes my stuff? What if this? What if that? And it's like, when do you get rid of the if? When do you really get rid of the fear? Sometimes you just gotta just go out on a limb and just take the chance. And generally, what happens is that we never find out what the possibility is because of the what if.
Mm.
So that's why we have so many. Yo, it's crazy. I see old wannabes. Not it's fun. Yo, I see more old wannabes than I do has been.
Hmm.
Older dudes want to be like the younger dudes, considering the era and generation that we're in, more than they are has-beens. Why? Why would I want to be like somebody younger than me when it's supposed to be the other way around? I'm supposed to be teaching them what the possibility of them becoming is. These old dudes is out here trying to be and do the things that they see young people do. I've never been a man that walked around with my pants sagging, hanging off. I see these old dudes, they be running around tight jeans, they sagging.
Right.
Like what? How? Ridiculous. But generally, I think it's a fit. I know for a fact that it's a fit thing. And like I said, I held so many conversations with different people about the different business ventures that they want to execute. Not one of them said that they was willing to sacrifice anything to gain anything.
Mm.
I shared with one young lady, I said, you know what's funny? Every day that we wake up and live in somebody else's mind. She said, what? I said, let's really do this math here. Like, let's do the science. You put on a pair of Nikes that started in somebody's mind. So you literally walking in somebody's mind. Put on a pair of Jordans, just started in somebody's mind. From the clothes that we wear to the apartments that we live in, houses that we live in, this is somebody's mind. It started there first. They put it on paper. They took the risk without fear. They executed it. So every day that we wake up, we living in someone else's mind. When we lose the fear, somebody else can live in ours.
They checking you out, boss. They are checking you out. You
That's,
understand?
I mean, I appreciate it, man. I just, like I said, I like to get feedback so I can know what I'm responding to. If I'm actually talking a language that people can understand or whatnot.
Yeah.
Um, Oftentimes you be talking to a person that think that they smart, and then you have to break it down to the the nearest 10th power. So for me, I just like to know that people get it, cause I can use different examples. You muted.
That's what I'm regulating over here. You understand? You doing your thing. I was regulating. Wilding
Uh,
season is over. My sons was in there wilding. I had to, you know what I mean? I had to dad in real quick. I had to dad in real quick. You know, you say you clock into work. I had to dad in right quick.
I mean,
Bomb.
sometimes you gotta do that, man. Like it's crazy. When I did the something for the culture radio station or whatnot. Shout out to them as well. I was telling them, I'm like, the ACS messed up a lot for us as a people, right?
Yeah,
Um, because parenting doesn't come with a manual, right? But then you got society dictating how we can parent,
right.
right? So now ACS comes and gets involved in your household, and you can't even beat your kid no more, right? Punishment don't work. And then they start talking back because they know that you ain't gonna do nothing because you ain't trying to go that route. But the scariest thing in the world is that black cops don't kill white people. We can't beat our kids, but the cops could kill our kids and get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say that again. Black cops do not kill white people.
Mm.
We cannot beat our kids, but white cops can kill our black kids and get away with it.
Get away with it.
That's the part that's mind-boggling, right? Like they get away with it. So it's like in so many ways, right? You remember when they had the slavery thing that was going on? They would kill the first male born into a family
Right.
because they knew that we was the stronger vessel. The strength is in the man. They could do anything they want, play around with the woman as much as possible if there's no man around. Meek Mill's Meek Mill's baby mother posted something. I don't know the whole message, but I do know that she was saying, "Don't let this goon life, um, mislead you in any kind of way. Um, it's too many fatherless households. Um, Single mothers that are making visits, actually making visits. We got to speak about the ones that actually make the visits, right?
Mm.
The ones that actually make the visits, they actually imprisoned in so many ways because they get the same treatment that one that is in prison gets. The searches, not as in depth, but they get the searches. They listen to those same cells slam behind them when they coming in. The waiting process, the letters, the phone calls. Then they still got to deal with these young kids. And then the kids, if you actually was a father, right, you got to deal with them leaving the visit floor because they start crying and tearing it up.
Mhm.
I always say that everything in life is a learned behavior. Um, like I said, my mom taught me a lot. She had me around a few good men and a lot of dudes that just had no real like direction in their own life. But because my mom was a single mom that was raising 6 kids and she didn't know how to process placing real men that would educate her sons, teaching us values and morals that would actually have us fully equipped for society. She had us around those good guys that went to college, and then she had us around thugs. So, quote unquote, right? The gangsters, whatever. I mean, now that I'm old enough and I'm mature enough and I know better, like I know that none of the dudes that I was raised by, none of the dudes that taught me anything, they didn't teach me anything. Like, so it's crazy. Um, but at the same time, like I said, everything in life is a learned behavior. So I learned how to hustle young. Even though I didn't sell drugs, I learned how to hustle. But I knew what was going on around me as far as the drugs. It creates a false reality when when you don't know any better. You gravitate towards what you've been shown as opposed to what reality is. So it becomes like a virtual reality. You play it's like you're in a video game, right? Like it's unreal. Even though you're living it. I have a sister. We were speaking last night and she was telling me about different things that she endures with her husband. And she told me in the midst of what she was telling me as far as his rules and his moves and his mindset and how long he been in prison, I stopped and I said, he's gonna have to learn how to let go of the prison standard, the rules that are in prison, because none of them really work in society, and none of them is gonna get him a job when he get free. When I was in prison, I lived. My mom used to come visit me, right? And when she would say my last name for who she was coming to visit, they'd be like, officer be like, Irving. Oh yeah, you know Irving, the one that's always running around smiling. Like they didn't understand that I've been like this my whole life. I don't know how not to smile no matter what I'm going through. I know how to I know how to turn a positive out of a negative. So it's like it becomes something that is just because you're going through this don't mean that it's all that bad. Like if you could gain and learn from it, you'll be good. I don't want to go back. So so now I'm kind of on the straight and narrow. It's like it's different. I move different. I surround myself around people that is on my level, so I'm not stooping down to no one else's. And that's the difference, right? Millionaires don't hang out with people that only have $1 in their pocket. They hang out with people that have hundreds of thousands of dollars and better. You got to hang out with people that have more money than you so that you can learn how to get where they at. This is how you boss up. This is how you level up. Hang out with people that have more than what you have. For anybody that's watching, right? I'm gonna use this example, right? And it might sound crazy to somebody if they just don't get it. When an African first come to America, they be happy just to have shoes on their feet. They still wear the same clothes, the same everything. They wear the same kufis that they wore in Africa. They wear the same dresses, the same cloths, the same fabrics. They do all these different things. The longer that they here in America, the more that they see here in America, the more that they want the things that's here. They gravitate towards, and no matter what ethnic they are, right? Mexicans, they gravitate towards the culture of African Americans, Hispanics, Caucasians, so on and so forth. They all gravitate towards what we have and what we doing. We do not gravitate towards them. So, right? But it becomes the more that you see, the more that you want. So if you start hanging out with people that have more than you, you'll want more. Not that you're hating in any kind of way, but it'll make you want something more than what you have. If you hanging out with people that only have apartments, it's like, oh, I could get one of those. A room, I could get that. But if you start hanging out with people that have houses, businesses, cars, so on and so forth, it'll inspire you and encourage you to invest yourself in getting that. Your aspiration becomes different. See these chess pieces? It's chess, not checkers. Get different.
You out there giving out lessons on the chessboard?
I haven't played since the summertime, but last time I played, I beat this dude six. I beat this dude 9 times actually, all together. I beat him 6 times in one day, 3 times in another. He beat me one time, and it was funny because oftentimes you got to challenge yourself. So I do this when I play basketball. I do this when I shoot pool. Oftentimes what I do is I will let a person, if I'm playing pool, I'll let a person knock in 3 balls, or I will knock in 2 of theirs just to compete against myself. Chess, I actually gave him my queen for free just to play without it and challenge myself. So, that's how he beat me that one game. Generally, that's what it's about, though. It's about challenging yourself.
Challenges are a blessing. You understand?
Challenges is a part of the process.
Yeah.
If there's no process, there's no growth.
That's where the doubt comes in to keep you safe.
Safe.
And the willingness comes in to make you elevate. Yeah, doubt wants you to be safe. So when you say I can't do something,
Doubt wants you to be scared.
Nah, listen to what I'm saying. Feel me for a second. You understand? Like all of that is all responses, and they all come from a place. They come from a place of comfort. You understand? They come from a place of comfort. This is how somebody can come to you with an excuse. This is how you can accept the excuse because it's comfortable for you. When you coming out of your comfort zone, it hurt. You understand? Like it hurt. It hurts your body because your body is trying to keep you in a space where you safe. You like, nah, don't go out there. They wilding out there. You need to stay in the house. You understand? You'll never go. You'll never leave the house. They always wilding. You understand what I'm saying? So that inclination for you to come outside, to come outside of your comfort zone, to come outside of your space, it's there. It's there to, like they was talking about it in the Matrix. Neo asked the Oracle. He said, "What's the job of the architect?" He said, "To balance the equation." He said, "What's your job?" She said, "To unbalance it." You understand what I'm saying? So it was a war back and forth in between. So safe is not always good. You see what I'm saying? Safe is not always good. You was just talking about it earlier. You see what I'm saying? So when you looking at uh, this doubt versus the surety, there's no comfort in surety. You got to make sure that it's true. There's always comfort in doubt. You see what I'm saying? So every time you present it with a challenge, it defeats you. It's going to defeat you every time. The time that you rise to the occasion, you might have some scars and some bruises, but you're victorious, and you learn something else about yourself. You learn these deeper aspects that exist within you. So when adversity comes, you smile at it. You understand? Smile at it like you look at it in the face and you run towards it. That's the kind of person someone who's in the space of doubt, because that's safe for them. That's a protective shield for them. When you elevating, there's no safety net. You walking that tightrope. You walking that tightrope. You feel where I'm coming from over there, boss?
Now I feel you. I
Cause
just
you gave me that look like, what the fuck you talking about, sir? The fuck you
nah.
talking?
See me. I just believe. I believe for me, right? Like I'm one of those people that when I evaluate things, right, from a whole perspective, I
Mhm.
evaluate them from a particular place of my personal experience, right? I've I've been I've been shitted on by so many people, and I still deal with them, right? And sometimes it be funny because I find you find yourself trying to justify one's actions just so that you don't feel like you really being played, right?
Right.
Um, so for me, like I don't have there's no area of my life that I doubt anything when it comes to me, right? It's just a lot of stuff that I just wouldn't do because that's not me. It's not I just feel like it's not for me. And I hear different people at different times say that I will be great. I will be great at so many different things in so many different areas or whatever. But because a person feels like they can see my potential in certain areas doesn't mean that it's for me. It's not for me because you think it's for me. It's for me if I believe that it's for me for myself. Yo, what's up, man? You good? Everything good?
So what we looking like for next week? Let them know what's
They
going
supposed
on.
to. Long as you stay free, that's all that counts. I be liking to see the dudes that I was in jail with that had the stories about how fly they was and how they had stock doors on their cars that flipped and did all this extravagant stuff. Got a helicopter waiting for me outside. You see them and they wearing the same jail sneakers that they came home in. They've been home for 3 months. And that's not even to take a shot, it's just to say
that's the false reality that we create for ourselves, right? Trying to keep up with the Joneses. So it'd be like I'm competing. I'm competing with somebody that's not even thinking about me in that way. Like I don't compete with people. I'm the best I know, and I'm willing to help people become better. That's it.
So what we looking like for next week? You hear me?
I can't hear you. You said something?
Yeah, I said what we looking like for next week? What's the show gonna be on next week? Who we dealing
Oh,
with next week?
I can't hear you. Some wrong.
Can you hear
Some
me?
wrong. Your thing went out.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
I still can't hear you. I can't hear you. I'm about to cook some oxtails. I had to come pick these joints up real quick. So
Can you hear me?
I feel like Puffy right now. You got me all in the video dancing.
That's what it is. Can you hear me? You hear me? Can you hear me?
Nah.
Check, check, check. Can you hear me?
Ask the viewers, can they hear you? Because I really can't.
Well, we're gonna end this joint off. Y'all catch us next week at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Harlem's own BossedUp Staxx. Boss Talk. Holla at him if y'all want to get in the conversation or holla at me and we can set it up.